Guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. Today we're going to talk about the new daily login reward champion and why I will be hard passing on this champion. Is she Raid Shadow Legends' worst legendary champion? If so, why is this a bad thing regardless of whether she is the worst legendary champion? Why is it a bad thing that she was added to the game? I was thinking of like the last Void legendary that we got, like more accessible Void legendary that we got, and I think it was, probably I'm forgetting somebody, but Whirlin Frost King, and it led me to think, where is Battle Pass? What happened to Battle Pass anyway? I don't know why. This is the messed up train of thought of yours truly here, where that's literally where I took this intro to thinking about Battle Pass within 3 seconds. Before we talk about Visix The Unbowed, the new Void legendary champion, is she worth it? Is she worth your time, your resources into upgrading? I'm going to tell you my opinion, and I'm curious to hear yours as well. But first, quick little news update, because we have not made videos about the news here in the game in quite a while, so my bad on that. Real quickly, it sounds like, well, it didn't sound like it, we are getting a dupe system. However, the details are very, very murky to say the least. In this community announcement, by the way, the Raid Shadow Legends Discord server, really probably the best place, that and the Facebook page, to get Raid Shadow Legends information, way better than, you know, the Twitter, for example. So they say, we have not forgotten about our promise to find a solution for applying duplicate champions. The feature is going to be intricate and quite formidable. That's why it requires some inventive game designing and meticulous testing. Hence, the prolonged waiting time. Man, what a mouthful, right? So what do I read into that? They have a dupe system coming. Hopefully it's for legendaries, and it's very intricate, formidable, meticulous, and inventive. There we go. So, I don't know, guys. I mean, dupe system coming eventually, that's good news, man. I think that, I don't know about you guys, but I'm being real. I'm keeping it 100, as the kids say. Sorry for all the cringe. I'm a dad. What do you want from me? We're getting a dupe system. Very excited. I personally think, out of everything in this game, everything in Raid Shadow Legends, the #1, numero uno request that I have is a legendary dupe system, a dupe system in general. But it's got to be good. Man, if it's like, oh, 100,000 silver, nah, that's not good. If it's good, if it's you get one shot to get a reroll off a dupe and then you're locked in, I don't know what it would be. I'm curious to hear what you guys think the best system. I don't know, you know, very game design intensive. No idea what could be so intensive about a dupe system. I hope it's good, right? I hope it's good. Until then, I will be sitting on all my duplicates. There's no worse feeling in this game, bar none, than pulling, even worse than pulling a bad legendary, is pulling a duplicate legendary. Seeing that yellow, that gold, and being like, yeah, I got one, oh, God. It's the worst. All right, really quickly, we do have a Halloween fusion coming up. The good news here, guys, on the Halloween fusion is a fragment summon. Oh, thank God, because the fragments are so much better than the old school fusions. I already talked about how I am not fusing whatever that dude's name is. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later on in today's video as well. And then last in the news, well, in good news here, we have all the books have been removed, all the rare skill tomes, and we removed 4-star artifacts, replaced them with better rewards, essentially, in the arena chest and in clan boss, nightmare and ultra nightmare. So better rewards are already in the game. That's good news. Lydia the Death Siren, the leak stats of this champion are getting changed. They're getting nerfs. I mean, the long story short of that, guys, they go into talking about what they're adjusting on her. Long story short is, don't believe what you see until the champion's actually in the game, right? Because these leaks, although they're 100% legit, 100% accurate, they are still a pre-release of a champion. subject to change. Developers make changes all the time leading up to the launch of anything new. So although they're fun to take a look at and speculate on, I've done the same, just always keep it in the back of your head that, yeah, that might be changing. So it looks like patch 2.3 is coming later this month, along with a Halloween fusion. It's going to be a legendary support champion, fragment summon fusion, being added to the game. I don't know about you guys, but kind of randomly here, I guess, in the Bazaar, I have not, first of all, I don't play a lot of tag team. You might see in like half my videos I'm at 10 of 10. I don't know, I'm not super into tag team. Are you guys? But I've been saving. I have not purchased anything. I have 70, it just shows how little I play, right? Because I'm just waiting for when there's another fragment champion that you can buy the fragments with these gold bars. So I would advise you guys the same, unless you really, really, really want. I mean, it is kind of tempting to get a sacred shard, right? Or two. But either way, I'm saving still for a fragment champions, right? So I would advise you guys do the same unless you really want some of these, chickens or whatever. But, save for the good stuff at the very least. Let's talk about this new champion. So the final daily login reward is a Void Legendary Champion. So cool. Not really. I mean, the good news is we got a lot of great champions on daily login rewards. We got Grush, we have Silva Drakes as well. Those are fantastic. Haikatoon going way back in the day. There's a lot of great champions available in daily login rewards, so that's fantastic. The bad news is this isn't one of them, right? And it is, let's take a look here. Visix The Unbowed. Man, this champ. Again, what can you read into reviews? First off, strongly disagree with Faction Wars being a 2.6. She is the worst reviewed rare in, rare, what? She feels like a rare, right? Freudian slip there. She's the worst reviewed legendary in the game. People are mad about this champion. People are legitimately mad, and you know what? They've got a good point. I don't think she's this bad. We'll go over a kit in a second. I'll talk about why I'm not maxing her out myself, but Faction Wars, she's not bad. She's not a 2.6. Everywhere else she is. And the reason I say that is this aura. Increase ally defense in Faction Wars by 37%. That's really, really good. Plus the ally protect on the A3 on a 3 turn. So, I mean, there's just, I don't know how you could say she's a 2 or whatever. I mean, again, reviews are reviews. They don't mean much. But still, Faction Wars, I'm saying she's a solid champion for Faction Wars, you can definitely run her, successfully as an aura lead with the ally protect in Dark Elves 21. But however, everywhere other than that, I'm not excited about this champion, and I've already done Faction Wars 21 on Dark Elves, so I won't be maxing her out. And furthermore, and why people are so angry here, is that she's a Void Legendary. Man, it waters down the pool. You know what I'm saying, guys? I've mentioned this before, and this is why I particularly get upset about Void Legendaries who aren't that good. Void Legendaries are by far the most difficult thing to get in this game, bar none, right? You have a small chance to pull a Legendary, 0.5%, and Void Shards are so much more difficult to come by than Ancient Shards. So incredibly difficult to pull one of these champions. When you get one, she or he should be incredible. You should be partying. You should not be having to deal with duplicates or crappy Void Legendaries, right? I mean, that's just how I feel about it. So when we get a below average Void Legendary champion, it's not good for anybody. Because instead of getting that Ursaga Warcaller, that Sir Nick, whoever, on your next Void Shard, you're gonna maybe get a Visix The Unbowed. Ugh. Anyway, on her A1, she has turn mirror manipulation, 100% chance of decreasing the target's turn mirror by 10%. Allure's got a 25%, all right? On a 3-hitter, I believe. Come on, man. 10%? On the A2, attacks all enemies, has a 100% chance when booked when you use 1,000,000 legendary books. You get a 100% chance of landing a decreased speed. There you go. At least the damage is based on defense. Her defense isn't bad, but it's not a barbarian good, it's all right. and her HP is pretty low for a support champion at 17k for a Void Legendary support champion. Her speed is pretty low too, 97. She has a provoke debuff on one target. All targets? All right, now you're talking. One target, and then the ally protect on all allies except this champion for 2 turns. So again, I stand by Faction Wars. You can disagree and hate on me in the comments, but I stand by that because of this aura especially, she's solid for Faction Wars, but I don't need her for Faction Wars, so it's going to be a hard pass from yours truly on Visix The Unbowed. Furthermore, I am upset again just that she's a Void Legendary champion, man. If she was a Magic Affinity, I wouldn't be that up in arms about it. I'd say, okay, she's good for Faction Wars. Go ahead. If you need Dark Elves Faction Wars help, go ahead and max her out. Go ahead and use her. She is free, so I have to give a huge caveat before we talk about the Fusion one last time in saying that if you're totally free to play, haven't spent a dime on this game for whatever, 270 days, and you just unlocked her, you could probably use her. It's probably worth ranking her up. However, think about it. She is the last, almost a year it takes. Not really, but you get the point. Way over a half a year to get this champion. So usually by that point, you probably have much better options already for ally protect champions who just bring more utility to the table than her, okay? So that's why, you know, if you don't have a good ally protect champion, go ahead and consider her. If you're totally free to play and you get handed a Void Legendary who might get buffed someday, go ahead and start investing in her. I still wouldn't rush to do it, but if she can help you, of course, do it, right? That should be the caveat for any champion we talk about here on the channel. Everybody's account is different. Everybody's different. Every team is different. Everybody's strategy is different. So don't listen to a dumb YouTuber like yours truly. Listen to yourself. Judge based on your champions. That's just my opinion. And then this guy, Vergamcar, I made a video talking about why pretty much everybody should pass on this dude. I say the stressing pretty much. And I stand by that video 100%. However, I did mention on that video, and a couple people in the comments took exception to this, that I'll be passing on this champion because frankly, I love the epics more. I don't have time to farm all the events personally right now, so I won't be farming this champion. However, the top 1% of the 1% of the 1% of the 1% of whales in this game, sure, does make sense. And again, I mentioned this in the video, but some people didn't, really notice. He's gonna be decent for niche arena, platinum arena end game content, okay? So it's not like he's absolutely worthless. He's just so niche, and I feel like some of the other fusion champions are not so niche. We talked about a lot of the rares, a lot of the new champions. I'll have all those guides linked for you guys below, but this dude is just an anti-provoke champion. And he has some other utility as well, but I really do see him as, for the most part, I feel like he is he could be used he could have a spot in Doom Tower, but I feel like having all the epics, if you only had one shot at these champions, you're probably going to be better off than having Vergamcar. So guys, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the content here, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys. Have a good one, and as always, take care, guys.